In the last 6 months of stewardship as Senator representing Northern Borno, Senator Muhammad Tahir Monguno has rolled out a series of empowerment programs to alleviate the sufferings of his constituents and make them economically viable in the society. These programs include vocational training, business plans, and access to microfinance options. Others are provision of solar street lights, educational assistance to students, and various opportunities in federal agencies.
So far, we have extended this empowerment program to 8,989, while the total amount that is involved is 495 million naira 200,000. That has been expended in the series of empowerment programs that we have been doing in the last 6 months. All the towns in our senatorial district has benefited from the solar street lights. We have distributed more than 500 laptops to our constituents in order to aid them in their learning. We have also given employment in various federal agencies to 12 number of our constituents. We also thank Professor Babagana Umarazunum, our executive governor, for also in the 2024 budget, as he has highlighted a lot of programs that is going to be extended to our senatorial district in terms of water project, road networks, schools, hospitals, and what have you. We sincerely thank him for that, and he has been continuously doing that since he assumed office in 2019, and is continuously doing that. Even last 3 weeks, he was in Monguno. He distributed food items, cash, and clothing to all our people in our constituency. I will not rest on our oars. We'll continue to support and complement the effort of our executive governor, who has been working round the clock to ensure that our people get dividends of democracy and to ensure that our people return back to their respective communities to pick the pieces of their lives.
Various stakeholders at the well-organized event commended the zeal and foresight of Senator Monguno, pledged their unflinching support at all times.
Baranda Senator Chamana yala borno iru kollinya Chamana aba gabsina algoni kalanzama nilan tongorta annan ka doro ndiro zoro askarinyana awo jaman diro diminare ala giya harma muslim binna bawo
Senator ya ndia tuldura he kadaldura he shawur sukura he faro garduna he gayana he motor andia graduna he awre Senator MT Monguno andiro yala borno yala sadi tumaro ba idap tumaro ba anjimba
ala koreo ana komande zuriya za sha samma so parara su ala shkola ala isikin kuma yasi mane ala
moji shi ya ciona ba mai gwana motor karawo ba mai gwana kwata hukun karawo ba mai gwana cece na bezo karawo ba mai gwana solar karawo ba mai gwana computer karawo
awo MTA go ya kashe shi na amma ga daga yi
Beneficiaries of such benevolence by their son prayed Almighty Allah to guide and protect Senator Monguno. We thank MT Monguno for this gesture. This kind gesture will go a long way in alleviating our sufferings.
Sauran shugabannin namu abinda nake roƙo su yi kwaikwayo da wannan bawan Allah.
We want other leaders in Borno and beyond to emulate Senator Monguno. In the education sector, Senator Muhammad Tahir Monguno has done well in ensuring that youth get the best of Islamic and Western education. And that is why Senator Monguno provided more than 500 laptops to assist them in learning. Furthermore, Rural Development Initiative is one of the top priority of Senator representing Northern Borno. The initiative has started yielding positive results, as petty traders can do businesses in the night without any fear, thereby boosting their economic activities.
Now that the people have returned back to their communities, one of the major reasons that drove them out of their communities in the first place is the problem of insecurity. So there is a need to light off these communities that have been resettled in order to reinforce aspects of security. That's why we embarked upon the installation of solar street lights across the nooks and crannies of all the 10 local governments in my senatorial districts in order to beef up security, give them nightlife, and also support them in their business activities in the night and what have you. That is why we embarked upon the provision of solar street light. And then with regard also for with regards to employment, in the last 6 months we have attracted about 12 number of employments to my constituents, cutting across various agencies of the federal government, some in the judiciary, some in the agricultural sector, some in the our security provisions. Attracted about employment of about 12 number of my constituents to this federal agency. So these are my modest contribution in the last 6 months. We have also succeeded in the last 6 months completing the fencing of Federal Polytechnic Monguno, the construction of 2 student hostels, ICT center, all in Federal Polytechnic Monguno, which gulped about 2 billion naira. Even last week when I went for the local government election, I had cause to go and visit these 2 projects, as well as construction of a primary health care also in Monguno. So these are my modest contributions in the last 6 months.
The people of Northern Borno, who spoke in their native language, thanked Senator Monguno for fulfilling his campaign promises.
gana makazi baro soko emti wazna alhamdulillah asirina kamandiro anjiro bana sinna
harango en kawol de soro bunen dien shonde maba ndara so ay so harka business tin shaymande so wala so samma so harka de kasu ye kiji fittote
da duhu har kwace ake yi a wannan tsakanin amma yanzu sanadiyan sa wannan sola ba sa yi gaba ɗaya abin ya ɗauki jama'a kowa yana murna wallahi.
Abokananmu ya bamu sana'a ya bamu jari gaba ɗaya muna amfani da shi. Duk direbobinmu da mangunan nan garin duk abokananmu muna jin daɗin harka da shi da ya shiga sanato wannan. In sanato na kowa workshop zukan miyan indimi. Emta sanato zana workshop miyan jinare lawujaye time moson local government son kam video pia ko rile zain bula ya laboro ya gaban kam workshop emta na bula son kam yer ala career through enjoying sari daman ba ala para kam so faltana kurusiri na cira ala shasira ala da ko na sha falzi
zo mara MT kidan da sirin da kijin da fayna zo mara a wajama me wuye ma shin bai
misalo constituents da ya la Borno ilan musamman wanda da gube wanda yana da kudo senator chonde magulle ala ya da sta ba
saboda harkar MT mu yanzu muka san akwai sanata ma Nigeria
bula gube ulan au MT
The Chairman Senate Committee on Judiciary, Senator Mohammed Tahir Monguno, in one of his get-together with constituents at the training and empowerment of teachers and youth, spoke in his dialect, reiterated to take not only the Northern Borno to greater height, but the state in general.
Kam de kura lir Borno, banama kura lir Nigeria, Jamia Yerwa iladin Shak Ramzain. Amkura lir gare mai sana andele nye je timman nadro monjimba nadro ulengiro olono ma wakil do ba ne ya la Borno ya samalen wiya kalkal uma wakil do dole daw somno amkura Borno e tilonzi Nigeria e samma so septe no wolja surodu mu baro olono ma ne ari samma so baro wolzina ari manan karo somno doy kurande banama kuran lirde Nigeria kashim shetima jami'a lirde koramzain de lenye aternye aiso chot je dazu kuso tanzi yor tuye do fandike nandoro kariko arina karo nandon gawro maradingana dai jamaso ngawo nandon gawro ari maradingana il awbro seleki buljina bero wolono ma ne ya la Borno ede
It was on that event that Senator Monguno congratulated Vice President Kashim Shettima for the honorary degree awarded to him by his alma mater, University of Maiduguri. Senator Monguno further says the recognition demonstrates the university's acknowledgement of Vice President Shatima's contribution to the nation's development.
Lardin Nigeria shirin National Assembly gulzain din an je ba su rodin gudu maulena ayi a fiye surolarin sa fiyak tada soro olimiya ba gudu numa so wade na kado a surorin nonyen je bawo suri sinyen an da liman zafatsina ala kada tiye da zero walzu insha Allah an de ba da umara zulum shi ma fu man dio na do shi karimo la difino lapsu cija ande kurna ya kusulu ya dalon lamye shagaye muko dunoro fiye nan yamba muko dunoro fiye nan yamba so wade ro zoro ne ro askarnyana ala nam kamsira ala kausar insha Allah kawa class leba kuriya wolte kurunala ishe somna de gare wolte dia.
Senator representing Northern Borno praised the choice of Vice President Shehu of Borno Abu Samad Rabiu and Dr. Tahir Bobo, describing it as a deserved honor that reflects their dedication and commitment towards serving the nation. Other constituents benefited from Monguno's gesture with 20 million naira, promising to do more.
Ku andia karzana kinta u Abuja bujara ka ko ziyade ngamdiro konu yadena benishoko konu yadena gubioro konu yadena gajenaro konu yadena mamrio konu yadena maino kesuro ma wadi man sadin suro ma wadi damasoko sadin suro ma wadi kuaro kuroso sadin bagaro sadin dororo sadin moto miade chipguna tambi sadi sitiya mongunoro gone yadiya gwamna mongunoro lejinna mongunoro yadiya kaudro am kuranda shortiya no adi sikin zamun sanam tinai kam no amanzo so sondi.
In his continued efforts to build a resilient and promising Borno people, Senator Monguno, through APC Chairman Guzamala Local Government Area, Dahiru Dambo, 400 selected teeming youth and elderly were empowered with startup grants. Beneficiaries spoke in their native tongue, appreciating the gesture by Senator Monguno.
Samno ku yarda ga garama tarji sara MT Monguno an jira samno ne ya samai jiro askin ne nayi ala MT Monguno na ada sha ko zuna sare jama'a assalamu alaikum o sheba ne rika daga duyar tulu resin nawo
alhamdulillah wallahi an jira su dina waltin su din kurkular man kara
ci gaban sa taimakon da yake nan Allah ya kala mishi basiran haka domin abin da yake yana taimaka al'umma
kuru kama bana tuma kwanga shi ilar Borno ilan guba a pima a grata bawo MT a gozana lejindi kwanga ro na MT yarim officialo kama man duma ya raksu sirin bawo MT Monguno kanji mori mai MT Monguno kama jimol duma MT Monguno kama bana tuma a pima a grata bawo.
MT Monguno is not only building Northern Borno or Borno, he is building Nigeria because he is building the youth.
Ande annone ande anjimale ala gozamala katile bare buye ala nyoro bananzu ala amdono fer diminare kamande ala odo mukondara gauna e zo sasa ambata ala nya hajar do nyoro njo dina enjo lera enjo.
Senator MT Monguno abunda yana idin wai ba mutun daya bane ba party chairman daya bane ya baya malami ya baya almajiri ya baya mutanen siyasa ya baya bulamomi ya biya manyan mutane yana gina yala Borno mu yala Borno yanzu abinda muna so kujari wannan ya bari ya bashi Allah wani kujari wanda ya fi haka.
Chairman of APC in Guzamala local government says the exercise is to facilitate the rebuilding of Borno State for the better, in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Kujidoni andi yala Borno e fayena de andi mama na yen adu machuro tumaye yala Borno ngulde ngudo de no luye shakarni le zo nafsana la she andi ando ngun chitulo abima gade de ya sandana bawo martuno andi kwame yi yau da mara de jerew kalewa sele do lot alai andi sadiya martuno na da ngode yin wonde ko le yero mara shi sukai shi adiya nan gulan su luna ande shan nan gul tulo gabso ande baran zuro askar yana au empty mangure sirin de bornon ngi Nigeria kamman tibila nyairuyo social media la nyairuyo seneto Nigeria kamman ade jamanduro sirin na de palmar pandaman bawo kandi nan karongi
empty mangure kun suka kala hu nan gat ayima kazi jamaro kuzunya ratin dilla tar sirina shiro askirnena ala yallanza ko zola sha suyu ala rat sudoi ada ko na jamaro de ala shoto
gallaro bara dukkuno ala wanzu sirin nare ala am gade asu za tsare ala wanzu sirin nare yanza awanza jaman zo ga na sammatur ala gubsu ala tumande kamande kawar da hapsu kumande ya rabi ala na ada ko zuna ro sha tare.
The mutual understanding between Senator Monguno and the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, come to play in uplifting the well-being of Northern Borno people.
The philosophical cornerstone behind the massive empowerment drive that I embarked upon in the last 6 months, to the extent of empowering 8,898 people in my constituency, when in Naira terms to the tune of 495,200,000 Naira, is against the backdrop of the Boko Haram insurgency that has occasioned massive displacement of my constituents with the attendant loss of livelihoods and means of survival. Now that there is semblance of peace returning back to my senatorial district, purely as a result of the political will shown by the government, as well as the zeal, determination, enthusiasm, and sacrifice displayed by the Nigerian military, in which process some of them have to pay the supreme price. May their soul rest in perfect peace. There is semblance of peace in my senatorial district, and the drive, the veritable tonic that our indefatigable governor, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, has also put into the zeal to return the people back to their respective communities. It is incumbent upon me to complement the effort of Governor Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, who is working round the clock tirelessly to ensure that these people have returned back to their communities and pick the pieces of their lives. So in order to complement this noble objective of our governor, I decided to embark upon the massive training and empowerment, more particularly of youth and women who have borne the brunt of the Boko Haram insurgency on various aspects of agriculture, because my people are agrarian in nature, as well as other aspects of trade for women in terms of sewing, catering, baking, and what have you, so that there will be economic activities in our communities by the time they return back, with all the multiplier effect that is going to generate in the community. So, in a nutshell, the massive empowerment of youth and women to the tune of 8,819, and in Naira terms 495,200,000, is to complement the effort of our indefatigable governor, who has been working around the clock to return our people back to their respective communities. Well, the mutual understanding between myself and the governor is purely as a result of the fact that our governor I have a lot of respect for him because of his love and the zeal to serve the people altruistically. You can clearly see the zeal for him to serve the people, and as a result of that zeal to serve the people, he has been attacked several times. This is a person that will go to the village, spend 3-4 nights distributing foodstuffs, clothing, and he has kept aside the office of the governor, freely interacts with the people. These are some of his qualities that has earned a lot of respect, not only from me, but from across the nooks and crannies of not only people in Borno State, but across the country. So that is what brought about the mutual respect, the love, and the mutual respect that we have for our governor. It's his zeal to serve our people altruistically.
Senator Monguno pledged to do more in the year 2024.
We are going to sustain the momentum in 2024. The momentum is going to be sustained in terms of empowerment, provision of infrastructure facilities, because as a result of the Boko Haram activity, our infrastructure has been destroyed. Our economy is in a state of comatose. So in 2024, the momentum is going to be sustained in terms of empowerment and provision of more infrastructural facilities to my senatorial district.